business cards and brochures too. Labels, flyers made for you. Crisp and clean, the colors pop. Performance print is always top. Your logo everywhere it matters. All things that last, not things that scatter. From first to low to lasting signs, it all starts here. It's Proforma time. Pens and mugs and gifts that stick. Promo that's smart, not just a trick. Leave your mark in style and form with items that keep your brand warm. Your logo everywhere it matters. On things that last, not things that scatter. From first to low to lasting signs, it all starts here. It's Proforma time.
Hi, my name's Brenda Daughtery, and I am with CNI. We are out of Walpock, and I am the marketing coordinator. We've used Proforma for a while now, and they are so easy to work with. We've done everything from banners to backdrops, table throws, pull-up banners, swag, and handouts for our trade shows. We attend over 35 a year. They've just been really easy to work with, quick responses. Happy with their service.
Proforma Adeline, your logo everywhere it matters.
Tees and polos stitched just right. Colors bold and fabrics light. From team gear to client swag, we suit you up with branded brag. Your logo everywhere it matters. On things that last, not things that scatter. From first to low to lasting signs, it all starts here. It's Proforma time. To stand out big and bright, banners bold and signs done right. Indoor, outdoor, short or tall, your message lands and says it all. Your logo everywhere it matters. On things that last, not things that scatter. Proforma brings your brand to life for every need, for every time.
You are about to enter the courtroom of Judge Brandy Swaggins. The people are real. The swag is real. The rulings are final. This is Judge Brandy Swaggins. Every office has one. A supply closet that started out with good intentions and ended up a dumping ground for corporate swag and broken dreams. This is the story of one HR department, one very overwhelmed closet, and the branded gear that pushed everything over the edge. This is the case of Order in the Closet.
All rise. The Honorable Judge Brandy Swaggins presiding.
What in the name of corporate gifting was that?
Exhibit T, Your Honor. The tumblers. They've been escaping.
This court is now in session. We have to hurry up, because I've got a marketing manager hyperventilating over inconsistent Pantone swatches. Will the plaintiff please state your case?
Your Honor, I'm here today because this closet has failed me. I tried to manage everything myself, hoodies, hats, lanyards, onboarding kits, and now the supply closet is just a black hole of stress balls and polos. I found a tee in there with the company's old logo, the logo we created with PowerPoint back in 2003, Your Honor. Plus, I found an entire box of extra small hoodies. Your Honor, no one on our staff wears extra small. Oh gosh, don't get me started on the tumblers. They're multiplying like rabbits.
Mr. Closet A Storage, how do you plead?
I'm guilty. I'm guilty of trying to do too much. I've never asked to carry this burden. I was built for brooms, not swag chaos. I'm a simple closet with simple dreams. I've got stress balls in places you don't even want to know about. Oops, excuse me?
Last Tuesday, I opened him up and an avalanche of pins nearly took out our intern.
This is no longer a closet. It's a crime scene. Let the records show this mess is Exhibit A.
I tagged a box of extra small hoodies for evidence. Found them behind a box of branded flip-flops from the 2018 staff event.
Mr. Storage, when did these issues begin?
It started innocently enough, Your Honor. A few pens here, some notepads there, but then came the company rebrand of 22. The hoodies. So many hoodies.
Your Honor, I tried implementing a system. I really did. Color coding, inventory sheets, but he just keeps swallowing things. And those tumblers are the worst. We ordered 50 for a company retreat, but somehow we now have over 200.
I've seen enough.
Oh, please don't sentence me to shredder duty.
Sounds like you two need a system that works. Real-time ordering, real inventory control. You need a pop-up store from Performa Adeline.
Can I finally live out my days storing cleaning supplies? Maybe I could meet a nice mop.
You've earned it, Closet. The court finds in favor of sanity and organization.
You're saying my hoodie and tumbler nightmares are over?
No more hoodie hoarding or tumbler tyranny. Just happy hires and a clean closet. That's my verdict.
I'll alert maintenance that Closet A storage is officially off swag duty.
In the case of HR versus the Closet, Judge Brandy has ruled in favor of common sense and custom ordering. Thanks to a Performa pop-up store, the stress is gone, along with the extra small hoodies and rebellious tumblers. Performa Adeline, your logo everywhere it matters.
Business cards and brochures too, labels, flyers made for you. Crisp and clean, the colors pop. Performance print is always top. Your logo everywhere it matters. All things that last, not things that scatter. From first to low to lasting signs, it all starts here. It's Performa time. Pens and mugs and gifts that stick. Promo that's smart, not just a trick. Leave your mark in style and form with items that keep your brand warm. Your logo everywhere it matters. On things that last, not things that scatter. From first to low to lasting signs, it all starts here. It's Performa time.
Hi, I'm Bailey from Flex Machine Tools. I've worked here for about 2 years. I am on the marketing team. I am the campaign coordinator. I plan trade shows. I handle our online store that we work with Performa for. I have previously worked with Performa. I've worked with them for about 7 years in total now. When I initially started here, we started an online store with Performa. We have it as an ongoing open store all year round that our employees can access. We can order things, one-off orders from there, so we don't have to keep a large inventory, and that is great for us, and they work with us really well on that. They deliver it for us when they're in the area, so we don't have to worry about delivery fees for our local employees. We really appreciate Performa and all the hard work they do for us here at Flex. We continue to use them and we plan on using them for years to come, and we recommend them to anyone.
Performa Adeline, your logo everywhere it matters.
Business cards and brochures too, labels, flyers made for you. Crisp and clean, the colors pop. Performance print is always top. Your logo everywhere it matters. All things that last, not things that scatter. From first to low to lasting signs, it all starts here. It's Performa time. Pens and mugs and gifts that stick. Promo that's smart, not just a trick. Leave your mark in style and form with items that keep your brand warm. Your logo everywhere it matters. On things that last, not things that scatter. From first to low to lasting signs, it all starts here. It's Performa time.
We get asked all the time, what's new in swag? And my answer is always the same. It's not what is new in swag. It's what is new to you that can start a conversation. Think about it. The most memorable swag isn't just the newest gadget on the market. It's the unique item that makes someone stop and ask, where did you get that? It's the piece that tells your brand's story in a way that's personal and unexpected. That's the real goal. To move beyond a simple giveaway and create a moment of genuine connection.
Performa Adeline, your logo everywhere it matters.
Tees and polo stitched just right. Colors bold and fabrics light. From team gear to client swag, we suit you up with branded bright. Your logo everywhere it matters. On things that last, not things that scatter. From first to low to lasting
Hello, my name is Bob McFerrin, owner of Proforma Adeline. Would you like a piece of chocolate? I know I could eat 1,000,000 of these. Mom always said Proforma puts your logo everywhere it matters. And let me tell you, that's exactly what we're here to talk about today. Welcome to our first streaming event. We packed the next 45 minutes full of useful insights and hopefully some inspiration you can use to level up to your brand. Here's what's coming your way. First, you'll see how technology like NFC tags and QR codes are turning swag into interactive marketing tools. Then we'll show you the most popular ways to decorate apparel and headwear and what makes each option stand out. And finally, you can follow a real-life journey of a brochure from the idea to the final product and pick up some tips for your next print project. Plus, we sprinkled in some fun trivia throughout the event with chances to win a few great prizes along the way. And by the end of the event, you'll be thinking about your logo in ways you've never imagined before. I'm excited to get started and hope what you are too. So grab your suitcase and let's dive in and make sure your logo gets everywhere it matters.
Thanks, Bob. I love the socks, by the way. This is such an exciting moment. Our very first streaming event. The whole team has worked really hard to make this more than just another boring webinar. We want this to be fun, fast-paced, and full of ideas you can actually use to help get your logo everywhere it matters. If you registered early, you should have received your very own Proforma suitcase just like Bob's. If you haven't opened it yet, go ahead and do that now. Keep it close because we'll be talking about what's inside throughout the show. If you did not get a suitcase, no worries. Just drop a message in the chat and we'll make sure to get one to you. Feel free to use that chat at any time. If you have a question or you see something you want a sample of, just drop it in the chat and shout it out to us. All right, let's talk giveaways for a second. We've got a grand prize, a 3-piece OGIO set valued at over $800, and it's going to one lucky viewer. Plus, you'll have multiple chances throughout the show to win an OGIO pulley cooler. To enter for the grand prize, make sure you drop in the chat, "Life's like a box of promos." Time for our first trivia question. This is for a chance to win one OGIO pulley cooler. All right, what is the #1 best-selling promotional product of all time? Drop a guess in the chat. We'll randomly pick a winner from one of the correct answers. And while you're watching, keep an eye out for Bob, because he'll be popping up throughout the event. At the end, if you can guess how many times he appeared on screen without going over, you'll win a Travis Matthews cooler. All right, let's jump into the next segment. It's all about making promotional products smarter. You'll see how to combine swag with tech like NFC tags and QR codes to create an interactive product that actually engages your audience. Take it away, Britlin.
Thanks, guys. Today I'm here with Matt from EMG to talk about promotional products with us.
I cannot wait to show you some of these awesome items that we have in the suitcase. We're going to share some great case histories with you today. I am what they consider a multi-line rep. I represent 9 different companies ranging from apparel to technology items, and we're going to focus in on more of the tech-related or awesome case histories, and hopefully this will open some doors for you as we go through the products.
Yeah, so I guess we'll get started and grab some things out of the suitcase.
Let's go for it. How about we start with a pen, Britlin?
All right, sounds perfect.
So, Britlin, I have a quick question for you.
Yep.
The average pen, how many owners do you think it has in its lifetime?
You know, I'm not positive on that. Maybe just a couple.
Yeah, well, it's actually 8. There's been a lot of money spent on pens and research. So a pen comes in at a great price point. The average pen has those 8 owners. So the bottom line is your pen gets around and travels with your message. Wow. Now, we are able to do so much more with a pen nowadays. For example, our Alamo pen, when this is all over, we're going to ask you to remember the Alamo, Britlin, okay? So the Alamo has a huge imprint area. The reason for that is that we put the clip on the barrel after we print it. So we can do 1 inch tall by 2 1/4 inches wide. So maybe you or your client wants to get a website or their address or their name or their phone number. We can fit that on this pen. As a matter of fact, I've got an example right here. Let me get that out of there. where we have printed an entire high school football schedule on that pen. Now, what is really going to blow you away next is that we are also able to put this extra large clip on this same Alamo pen. Remember the Alamo? And that QR code is an immediate call to action. What I mean by that is donate today, apply here, register now. You know, maybe you're a large corporation and it's time to re-enroll for employee benefits. Well, the employee can simply hit that QR and see what benefits are available for them. So there's so many great things you can do with this pen that averages a cost of 60 to 65 cents with your logo. And if we go with that full clip, we can do full color.
Wow.
So pretty amazing things that we can do with that pen.
So I do have a question on that pen. So this is all the same pen and you can do it so many different ways?
It is. So the Alamo is actually a family of pens. There's over 10,000 combinations we can do when you consider the regular clip, the XL clip, blue ink, black ink, gel. We even do some metallic finishes for you on that. Because we can mix and match with that clip, we can do a wide variety of color combos. So it's really perfect for just about everyone.
Wow, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Should we move on to the next product?
Yeah, why don't we talk about my chisel? All right, so the chisel, kind of elaborating on that QR code concept, but taking it a lot further. So the chisel is let's show you this one. This is a carpenter's infinity pencil. All right, so what do I mean by that? The normal carpenter's pencil is wood and graphite. The chisel is plastic and tungsten. So tungsten is 100 times harder than graphite. So this lasts a lot longer than the normal tip on a carpenter's pencil. This is gonna write on wood. It's gonna write on paper. It could write on sheet metal, even smooth cement. The harder the surface, the quicker this will dull out. But in general, you're probably gonna get a year out of this thing. Now, what I love is on the normal wooden carpenter's pencil, as the tip gets dull, I get out a knife and I sharpen it. And I'm slowly whittling away your logo. We don't wanna do that. We want your logo to stay in front of people. So on this, you're never doing that. Now, the chisel comes in a great package. All right, now I'm gonna open up my sample here. These are really in there good. And I wanna show you that concept of the QR code. All right, so a lot of times, you know, maybe your logo, maybe your customer's logo is not a long logo, it's a tall logo, kind of like my EMG logo here. So we chose to do a step and repeat imprint so that the whole space is full. And then again, you've got the QR code to donate today, register here, apply here. So this item is awesome for construction, engineering, manufacturing, architecture, electrical, plumbing, even roofing. So think about if you're in one of those spaces, and maybe you're not using that as your day in, day out carpenter's pencil, but maybe you're using it at a trade show booth for co-op students. There's so many different applications there. Okay.
That's really amazing.
Yeah, so that is the chisel. It's available in red, black, and white. I'm just showing you red and black there. It comes in a great package. All right. And the beautiful part is there's really not a crazy minimum on that item. All right. So you could really do kind of a test run of a smaller quantity to see how it works within your organization.
That is really amazing. That's awesome. That's something that we don't see every day.
Right, exactly. So and that's what I love is new, exciting, something different, and something different for you to hand out to your customers or your employees. Okay.
Perfect. Well, let's move on to the next item.
Let's keep on going. What else is in the suitcase here?
What are you thinking?
Oh, I like that. Yes. So let's keep it on the tech. All right. So we've gone from the pen to the chisel infinity carpenter's pencil. And now we're going to talk to you about the Power Tag card from powerstick.com. So what is this? This thin, super thin credit card is actually an Apple AirTag. Now, here's what I love about it. This Apple AirTag works on the Apple Find My network, so you don't even need to download a separate app for it, okay? Better yet, this is rechargeable. I can simply set this on a wireless charger. It's good to go for another 6 months. All right, now, the minimum on this is 1. So sure enough, looks to me like a luggage tag. This could go in a wallet. It could go in your suitcase. It could go on your golf bag and be a golf bag tag. Because the minimum's 1, we can do personalization on here. Right, so we could put your name. Think about a destination sales meeting. I'm working with a client right now that's doing a President's Club trip. Nobody knows who's in the President's Club yet, but they're going to somewhere exotic, right? So they are going to mail these to the winners' homes with their name on there and a beach scene in the background. How sweet is that? Now, the Power Tag card, this is a great item to say, we'd be lost without you, or we're so glad we found you, or don't get left behind, join our team. This has global tracking capability within the Apple network. Now, this item, it's awesome. It comes in a nice kind of a retail box, but if you really want to take it to the next level, you could take advantage of our custom packaging where we could do your logo, your beach scene on the sleeve. You open it up and we've got laser etched foam. All right, again, we could do palm trees. We could do your logo. We could do a lot of different things. And then this would simply insert into the foam or any item you might want there. So we've got different levels based on your budget. And again, with a one-piece minimum on the Power Tag card, you could really use it for a lot of different things. Client thank yous, employee appreciation, or really fun announcements that you're going to somewhere really exotic, okay? So that's the Power Tag card.
That packaging really helps with the presentation on how you present the item to
It does.
whoever you're trying to give it to.
Exactly right. And I want to be clear on this, whereas my minimum's 1 on this, for the custom packaging, you would probably want to be in that 25 to 50 piece range to make it budget friendly. Okay. So lots of things we can do in that custom packaging there.
Perfect.
All right.
All right, Matt. So I'm really excited about this piece.
Yes.
Could you tell me a little bit more about what's going on with this?
I would love to. So here, all right, we have your everyday anorak from Fossa Apparel. All right. But oh no, it's not just an anorak. But I told you I'm here today to talk to you a little bit about technology.
Right.
So what we've done at Fossa is we've created a new process called Logo Tap. So Logo Tap is where we've taken NFC technology and worked it into a corporate logo. So what do I mean by that? Well, on the sleeve of this jacket, we have heat transferred our Fossa logo. Okay, so that's just a normal heat transfer. But then behind it, what we've done is we have heat sealed, let me turn it around for the camera here, our Logo Tap NFC chip that is machine washable. All right, so now what is this NFC chip? Think of the concept of a QR code, where you take a picture of a QR code and it opens up a website, right? An NFC chip, you simply unlock your phone, touch it to the logo, it's gonna open up that website. Wow. Really cool case history for a higher end medical sale. So it was a medical device. I believe it was the Watchman implant for AFib. And the sales reps calling on these surgeons, that's a pretty high end sale. So they go and they talk about their product, but then at the end of the meeting, they say, hey, here, at the end of my sleeve is my logo. Tap the logo for some product demo videos. So that link that this NFC chip goes to could be anything. People ask me a lot of times, can we change what it goes to? As long as you have access to the page that it goes to, you could update that daily, just like your local news page.
Oh, wow.
All right, so that is not just limited to this anorak garment. We can do it on a lot of the Fossa pieces.
Oh, that is amazing. Is it pretty easy to set up that page?
Very. So what it is, the minimum's 24. All right, you or your client is going to say, we want this to point to this web page. All right, so that's all it is some page that you have on your website. As long as we have that, we set it up, and it's really just simply becomes another decoration location at a 24-piece minimum.
Oh,
it adds about $5 to the cost of the garment, and it really takes a static logo and makes it, changeable, right? It makes it dynamic. So today it's going to a coupon page. Tomorrow it's going, think about a corporate sales meeting where we get this at our meeting and they say, hey, tap the logo, wherever it is. And maybe it goes to the agenda for the week. Today is the meeting, then the dinner, then the golf outing. And then after the sales meeting week, they update that to go to the new catalog. And then after that, it goes to incentives or sales. So that's just an endless range of possibilities that you could do with Logo Tap at Fossa Apparel.
Yeah, I love the idea that you can change it so it doesn't have to be the same thing every day.
Exactly right.
Yep.
Exactly right.
All right,
So
perfect.
This is really fun.
Yes.
And I think there's a few more items in that suitcase.
Yes, let's keep looking.
I'm going to move the jacket out of the way.
All right, so let's look at both of these.
Yes, that sounds great.
All
Let's
right.
talk about them together. So, earlier on in this presentation, we talked about the chisel, the infinity pencil from PowerStick. Same company, PowerStick, manufactures quite a bit of product in North America, okay? Especially chargers. All of our chargers at powerstick.com are made in Canada. They have a lifetime warranty. And what I love about our chargers is that if you charge this bad boy up and you throw it in your backpack or purse and forget about it for a year, it is still going to have that charge a year from now. All right, so we really are the best of the best when it comes to chargers. Our minimum, again, is only one piece.
Oh, wow.
Okay, so that's really awesome. What I love about this Power Trip Classic, all right, this charger's about a 6,500 milliamp power bank. It has the outlet built right into it. So I can plug this right into the wall and recharge it. But think about that, that long weekend music festival or a camping adventure. I have a solar panel on the back of this that I can recharge it by as well. So with the felt pouch, with the charger, this becomes a great gift item because it's a one-piece minimum. Instead, let me back up. Think about awards, all right? And we do plaques, we do glass, we do acrylic, we do trophies. And those are great. They're a great way to bring recognition, but they might sit on a shelf and gather dust. So what about the concept of an active award, where now I've got a charger that says I'm Salesperson of the Year, and I get to use it, you get to see it, you ask me about it, I get to brag about my achievement a little bit. All right, so I love the concept of active awards, and there are so many things that I know, not just my products, but that you have access to, that you can show everyone that's going to get a suitcase today some creative ideas. Another item in that same realm that I love is our Power Station. So the Power Station is a plug-in charger. All right, comes in a great retail box. But what I love about the Power Station is I'm going to plug this in either to a power cube that goes into a wall or into a power bank. This is a great item that could sit on my desktop. It lights up when in use, and this whole entire top is imprintable. So again, this could say your name, your achievement, your corporate logo, and now this is sitting out on the desktop. And when somebody comes into your office, not only can they charge their phone, you can talk about what you have done, what you have achieved.
Yeah, that is really amazing. So that's a one-piece minimum as well.
That is a one-piece minimum.
Well, I have one more thing in this suitcase.
Great.
And I'm ready for everybody else to pull out their item in the suitcase as well. If you want to tell us a little bit about this and what everybody has.
I'd love to. So this is a classic, and this is a great way to end our conversation today.
Right.
This is a stress reliever, all right? Life is too stressful anymore, so why not end this with this? So our stress reliever from Innovation Line comes in blue, white, black, and even a white-blue kind of an ombre fade. But what I love about it is it's got something for everyone. So if you're a fidgeter, number one, this is a spinner. All right, so that's kind of fun, right? So, you can see how fast we can get this thing spinning. It's got poppers built into it, all right? So you can do your little poppers. Adults and children alike love our poppers, right? And then it's also a squeezy stress reliever. All right, so what a great economical item. Comes in fun colors. We can really show off a full colored logo on there. And there's so many fun kind of play on words with stress. Let us take care of your, de-stress your accounting, your finance, your staffing. There's so many plays on that to where stress relief is so crucial in today's world. So I hope you enjoy our spinning fidget stress reliever toy from Innovation Line. And I know somebody that definitely knows where you can get one with your logo on it. So yeah.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much, Matt. We really appreciate your time today.
Great. Well, thank you. This was a lot of fun today.
Yes. Thank you.
How cool was that? Brittlin and Matt showed us some seriously smart ways to bring promo products to life.
I know. It's amazing how just adding a QR code or an NFC tag turns regular giveaway into something interactive.
It really takes standard promotional products and apparel items to the next level. Great job, Brittlin and Matt.
In case you missed it earlier, we're giving away a 3-piece OGO luggage set valued at over $800.
To enter, make sure you type in the chat, "Life's like a box of promos."
And remember, Bob is still popping up throughout the show. Keep track of how many times you see him. Closest guess at the end without going over wins a prize.
All right, let's reveal the answer to our first trivia question. The #1 best-selling promo product of all time is the pen.
That's a classic choice. Everyone loves a good pen, and the fact that a pen has 8 owners over its lifetime is really putting your logo everywhere it matters.
Ready for the next one? Trivia question #2. In what decade did screen printing become popular? Drop your best guess in the chat. We'll announce the winner in just a bit.
Hey, Brandy, have you ever stopped to think just how many ways there are to decorate a hat these days?
I have, because there are so many ways, from classic embroidery, silicone patches, leather patches, embroidered patches, heat applied patches. There's a lot more options than most people realize.
Exactly. And that's what the next segment is all about. Take it away, Lori.
Thanks, guys. Today we have Theo Van Antwerp with us from Momentic.
Hello, everyone. I'm Theo with Momentic Brands. We have a great portfolio of brands ranging from apparel to accessories, but today the focus is going to be on embellishing headwear. We have a great headwear line called Pacific Headwear.
So these couple hats, what do we have here, Theo?
Well, thank you, Lori. So we have multiple embellishing techniques. I'd like to start with a technique that most of you are probably familiar with. If you're looking at if you're wearing a shirt with a logo, it could most likely be embroidered. So we do a technique called embroidery, and you'll kind of see on both of these hats here, if you zoom in, we have actually two embroidery options shown. So we have 3D embroidery up top here, and then below here in the smaller font, we have flat embroidery. So that 3D you can kind of see as I spin the hat around, it actually is literally 3D. So it elevates whatever logo you want to show on your hat or on a quarter zip or any type of shirt, jacket, etc. The nice thing about this technique is the minimum is extremely low. So only 12 hats you'll able to get embroidered from us at Pacific Headwear. Here you go, Lori.
Thank you.
Yeah. What else you got in that goodie box?
Oh, a few different things that are hanging out in here. Looks like we have some patch options here.
We do have some patch options. Yeah, so patches, we are seeing a big trend in headwear with the offering of patches. So what you're seeing here are 3 different options. And before I get into these 3 different options, the good news on these is your minimum is only 24. So you can actually mix and match hats as long as that logo is staying the same. You could do, for example, this color hat, maybe a blue hat, maybe a red hat, and incorporate that same logo. And as long as you're only doing 24 pieces, you can get a embellished hat from Pacific Headwear. You can actually take that same look and maybe put it on a jacket, for example, to elevate your look. So what we have to offer here is we have 3 different options. So we have a process called faux leather, literally fake leather. The nice thing about faux leather is you can do a lot of different options. So here we have kind of like a wood grain look. We have it offered in like red, blue, multiple different looks in faux leather. Your next technique is true leather. So you're getting the authentic, real leather look. However, you're somewhat limited because it is true leather. You have 3 different options. You have natural, which is this. You have a color called English, and then you have a color called black. So what you're going to get with that look, if you guys can zoom in, is as opposed to faux leather, you are kind of limited. Your logo has to be embossed. So it's kind of a tone-on-tone look, if you can see that. And then your third and final option with a 24-piece minimum is a process that we call flex style. So it's flexible, it moves with the hat, but you can see here, this patch is actually molded and made unique to your logo. So the colors are unlimited. You can see in this patch, we have light blue, dark blue, white, etc. So nice options there again. Patches are very, very popular currently in the industry.
Thank you. Great explanation. What do we have here next? Looks like some embroidery.
Some more patches. So this is one of the original patch techniques. You guys have probably seen it maybe on a hat that you wear on the weekend, or again, any type of apparel item. But this is a embroidered patch. So very similar to the first couple options I showed you with embroidery. Rather than taking that embroidery and embellishing it directly to the hat, we actually embroider it first on a patch, and then we actually sew that patch down. So a lot of times you'll find in the market that people who offer embellishing on hats, especially when it comes to a leather or a faux leather patch, it's actually heat applied or glued on. All the patches from Pacific, we will sew on. So they will stay on the hat forever and ever. They're not going to fall off. So minimum on these do increase a little bit. It's a 48 piece minimum when you jump to a embroidered patch look.
Thank you.
Next up. Doesn't that look good,
That
Lori?
one looks nice. A lot of detail on that one.
A lot of detail. So this is a process that we call a woven patch. So if you zoom in on this patch, might be hard to see through video, but literally that logo, this is my favorite option. That logo you're seeing is woven in. The colors that you can use are somewhat unlimited. So depending on your logo, we can incorporate whatever colors you like to use, but literally it's woven in. So it gives you that true, authentic look. My favorite for sure. Minimum on this is also a 48 piece minimum. But again, remember, you can mix and match. You can potentially order 48 of those patches. Maybe you can put 12 on a hat, get the rest sent in loose, and the folks at Proforma can actually sew that patch on a apparel item for you guys to elevate your offering and your brand.
Oh, what do we have here? This has a lot of detail to this. Can you explain this one?
Yes, this is another great technique. And in fact, Lori, I think for the folks watching us, through their computer screen, do they have a surprise in their handy dandy box?
Yeah, if they pull out their hat in their box, they can follow right along with us in the description of this.
And what you'll find when you open your box is a sublimated patch. So what sublimation is it's a process where we can produce a lot of color for you. And if you can see in the patch you have at home, there's probably some small lettering or logos where sublimation is your only option that can achieve that look. So you can see on this hat here, we have, we have trees, we have a mountain, we have even snow on the mountain. You can't achieve that look with embroidery or leather or any of the other options that I have shown. So sublimation would be your route to go if you have a small logo like that. In addition to offering an option on a hat, the industry is evolving, and the folks at Proforma could really help you guys out with sublimation options on quarter zips, jackets, pullovers, a lot of different options out there in the industry. So if you want a very unique look with your logo maybe wrapping around a shirt or a big logo on the front, talk to the folks at Proforma for sublimated options. But sublimated look on a hat, on a patch is a great look. Would you agree?
Oh, definitely.
Yeah.
Very realistic look.
Yep, I think so too.
This is a very nice patch, very dressy and classy.
It is. So this is one of our newest options, kind of new in the industry, but we're seeing this look explode. So this is, as the patch says here, this is a silicone patch. Also, sometimes referred to as a rubber option. So what you'll get with this is similar to what I showed you earlier with Flex Style. This is actually silicone that has more of a raised look. So again, probably hard to see through video here, but you can see the lettering is actually raised. The logo is raised, and the colors that you can do, pretty much unlimited. These are made with a mold, and the mold is unique to your logo. Minimum on these is a 48 piece minimum. But again, don't forget, you can mix and match. You could maybe just order 12 on a hat, send the rest loose to Proforma, and the folks here can sew it down on any type of apparel item or accessory as well.
Is this actually sewn on, or is it heat pressed on?
This is actually sewn on. So that's one of the advantages of using us is when you look on the inside of your hats, if you have a hat at home, and if you see thread around the outside of the patch, of course, that means it's sewn down. Again, a lot of what's going on in the industry is heat applied, which works great, but this patch will outlast any heat applied patch because it is literally sewn down. It's not going to come loose.
Thank you.
Absolutely.
Well, Theo, this has all been great information that you've provided us. Is there any total custom options that are available, private labeling or any options like that?
Yeah. So in addition to just, all the options I've shown you here and, putting your logo on the front of the hat or the side of the hat, we can make any hat that you think of or dream of with your own labeling. And so what I mean by that is if you wanted a hat where you open up our catalog, go to our website, and maybe, you want the front bill to be yellow and the back to be blue, although this is not shown that way, we can make it that way. So you can see on this hat, this would not be found on our website, but you come to your sales rep at Proforma and say, hey, I have this really cool idea. I want the hat to be my own unique hat. We can do that for you at Pacific Headwear. So what I mean by that is you can kind of see as I flip this hat upside down, this area here where you're seeing that black, that's called seam tape. Wherever there's a seam, we actually put, we sew that on. We could put your logo in there. We could private label with your logo. We can do a process back here. You see that a lot in retail where we put your little logo on the back of the hat. So yes, Lori, we can do a lot of different options, not only on traditional headwear, but also think of wintertime. We can do knits. You can choose all the different variations you'd like with your logo embroidered on the front. So in addition to all the great options we have, if you guys have a custom unique option that you think, oh man, how would I ever get this? Think of the folks at Proforma. They'll be able to help you out, and we will too at Pacific Headwear.
Well, thank you very much, Theo. This has all been informative. We appreciate your time and your very much knowledge of the product and providing that for us.
Absolutely. You're welcome. Thank you guys for having me. I do want to finish really quickly that you guys should also in your suitcase have a catalog like this. And as you open through this, I know Lori and I went over a lot of pieces of information, but slowly but surely in the middle of this catalog, all the techniques that we referred to are listed on the inside here. And then get with your Proforma rep if you need need to actually see the technique live and in person. We have this nice little flip book here where depending on the technique, we have the actual embroider patch, sublimated patch, leather patch, woven patch, etc. And last but not least, if that's not enough, at Pacific Headwear through Proforma, we offer free specs. So on embroidery, so that's flat embroidery, 3D embroidery, and then as well as leather and faux leather, we will literally run one hat with your logo at no charge for free. So if you need to see the hat in person before you place the big, large order, please reach out to the folks at Proforma and Pacific, and we'll be glad to help.
Thanks, Theo. That is great information. Thank you for your time.
Absolutely. Thanks for having me.
Yep. Good to have you.
I'm Betsy Billingsley. I'm the Executive Director at Visit Greater Lima, and we have used Proforma for years. We are the tchotchke queens, and we come up with these crazy ideas of giveaways, and they are so great working with us, doing the creative aspect of it, and really bringing our visions to life. Most recently, we started an online store so that we could reach more visitors and more people, and also raise funds for our grant program. And it was such an easy process. They were super collaborative. It was very easy to do. And we got to be as creative as we wanted to be. We asked all kinds of questions. They got very quick responses, and our program is going very well. So we are so happy to partner on a consistent basis with Proforma.
Proforma Adeline, your logo everywhere it matters.
These custom hats I'm obsessed with. Plus, it's so great that you can order extra patches to put on apparel, bags, whatever you want. Plus, it makes the job so cost effective.
Yeah, being able to design it exactly how you want, the shape, the colors, the stitching, honestly, it's one of the best things I think we can do with a hat.
I totally agree. That whole segment was just packed with great ideas.
Yes, before we move on, just a quick reminder. If you haven't entered for the grand prize, just drop in the chat, life is like a box of promos.
And keep watching, because Bob, he's making some of those sneaky appearances.
You mean like right here? So, Brandy, did you know the answer to that last question? In what decade did screen printing become popular?
I sure did. I asked ChatGPT.
Of course you did.
It was the 1950s, so for all of you who answered correctly, watch for the winner to be announced in the chat.
ChatGPT. All right, time for the next trivia question. Who invented the first printing press? Drop your answer in the chat, and we'll pick a winner from the correct guesses.
And speaking of printing, I just got an email. They're looking for a brochure to be printed for an upcoming event. They need help with picking the right paper, packing, folding. This is your area of expertise. Can you help them?
I sure can, but you know what? We'll do one better. Let's show everyone the process from idea to the finished product.
You're just gonna leave me here?
Yep, I'll be right back.
Okay.
Hi, ladies. Hi, Christy. Hi, Kate.
Hi.
Thanks for having me today. I have a customer who needs a brochure printed.
Perfect.
Can you help me with that?
I can. You came to the right place.
Fantastic. The first question they have is what paper to use. So we have this handy little paper stock booklet. Can you tell me what the best paper stock to use for this brochure? It's a simple marketing brochure. They want it to be a little bit heavier, and they definitely want a glossy finish on it.
Okay. Well, I would say anything with a lot of color, you're going to want coated, like you said, glossy. And
so
if it's
like a gloss.
Mm-hmm. A gloss or a matte. And if it's something that's going to be handled a lot, I would go with something heavier, like you said. So an 80-pound gloss cover would be perfect.
Fantastic. What's next? Can you walk me through the whole process of getting this brochure printed?
Absolutely. Follow me.
So at this point, the customer's ideas are being brought to life. And now we have Brad here making sure that everything is ready to go with alignment, margins, centering, and beginning of the design process.
So you're actually he's working on the design right now.
Yes.
Okay. So what's next after we got the design? What do we do after that?
Next is our approval. This is the final stage.
Okay.
Just to ensure that everything is correct. Customer satisfaction obviously being at the end.
Yes.
A lot of people try to skip this step, but it is very imperative.
That makes sense. So they get to check it one final time, make sure everything's perfect before we actually put it on paper.
Correct.
So what kind of proofs do we have? What are the options?
So we have a PDF proof, which would just be a digital, which is the quickest way to receive
It's the most common way, right?
Most common way.
We'll send it back and forth via email to them.
Correct. We can also do a hard copy proof, which is generally just used for matching colors, because when you look at your monitor, it's not going to look the same as the finished product.
Correct.
So if you want to see a hard copy proof, we can print that out on a basic proofing paper with the colors the way it will appear, and their customer can look at it that way. We also offer a constructed printed proof, which would be when we print it on the actual paper. It's going to be on digitally. We can fold it or stitch it, whatever it's going to be. So that's pretty accurate. However, if it's something that's a bigger quantity that would go on a larger press that's not digital, we would do a press proof, which is very expensive, but it will be exactly
what the finished product is going to look like.
Yes.
So if they're really, really concerned about color and exactly how the finished product's going to look like, that's the way to, production proof is the way to go.
Yes.
9 out of 10 times, it's going to be a PDF proof.
Correct.
Okay.
More than 9 out of 10 times.
More than 9 out of 10 times.
Yes. So pre-press is going to take the one file and put however many up on the sheet that they need for that particular press.
Depending on the press.
Depending on the press, depending on the size, depending on whatever size stock we're able to get.
Yes.
For that. They make sure that it has enough gripper, lockup, the bleeds, the crop marks, whatever it is that we need.
Interesting. So what's next then? This went through, the artwork's approved, this went through pre-press. Are we ready to get the thing printed?
We are.
Okay. Hi, Jeremy. I'm John.
Hi, John.
Nice to meet you.
Welcome.
So we went through pre-press. I know the file has now been sent to you here at the press. So why are we choosing to run it on this press and not a different one?
Well, we're running it here at this digital station due to the quantity of the job itself. It's a small quantity. It'll take a lot longer to set up over on an offset press, and the plates are very expensive. So from a cost standpoint and efficiency wise, it makes sense to run it here in the digital department on one of my machines.
So this is a big digital press.
It's pretty large.
Most of any kind of marketing materials that customers would print, be it flyers, brochures, even booklets, would be running on a press similar to this.
Absolutely. We see plenty of those over here.
So anywhere between 50 brochures up to maybe 5,000 brochures would be running on something like this.
Yep.
Okay. So how does this work? What is the process? You got my brochure now. Are we going to see it actually being printed?
Absolutely. So composition put together the file. They have it on the job server, so I can pull it up and show you how we get started. Select that, and I think we're ready to proof it. All right, this is the proof sheet that came out. Looks pretty nice.
So the customer ordered 250 total brochures. How many sheets would we be printing here?
I am printing 165 sheets here. That way I'm giving bindery plenty to work with in the back. It's getting UV coated, so they're going to put a nice shiny finish on it. That way I can give them enough to work with for the setup process, because they'll realistically spoil a few, and that way they don't have to come back to me and have more printed off.
So we're printing 165 sheets. How long would it usually take a press to do that?
For my press right here, it's less than a 5-minute run.
Less than 5 minutes? They look great.
They do.
I appreciate it.
Absolutely.
On to the next step.
All right, John.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
All right, so we got our brochures printed. The customer wants to have a special coating on it, and we suggested UV coating. We're at the UV coater now. Can you explain what this process is?
The UV coating is basically a flood coat. You'll put the UV on it as liquid. When it goes through the UV, it then dries. By the time it leaves the end of the machine, it's completely ready to cut or fold or do whatever the procedure may be. The reason you do this is that it creates a better gloss look, a nice sheen look. It's actually a very quality product. Makes it look wonderful.
Great. Can we see it in action?
Yep. So he turns feeder on, it goes through liquid in the rollers, liquid goes on top, UV dries it. As it comes out, when it comes through the end, you can see the before and the after. You can see the sheen on it, how beautiful it looks.
Wow, that looks great.
And you can look at the other side, that'll be comparison. You can see how good it makes the product look.
It's crazy how it dries
no lines,
instantly.
and it's instantly dry from the UV.
All right, well, this looks great. UV coating looks fantastic. So what's the next step?
Next step, because it's 2 up on the 1218, we're going to cut it down to 1 up at
So that's what these marks
8.5
are for?
by 11. Yeah, we're going to cut this all the way around and separate it.
Okay, so we're going to trim it down to it's going to be
1 up.
one sheet.
Yep.
Excellent.
So the process now, he's programming each one of the steps on the cuts for the crop marks. He'll enter everything in, and then he'll cut it all the way around. He'll show you once it runs in operation how all you got to do is turn it once you program the machine. You'll make the cut and turn the stack.
Now we got to make it into a trifold brochure,
Yep.
right? That's
right.
where we're at now.
So on our Morgana, we're going to fold this user-friendly machine. But what it does, it puts the score in both areas that it's going to fold on. It'll get it so it won't crack, and then it'll come out a folded piece in a letter fold. Yep, it just makes the piece look very, very good.
Going to do all that in one.
Yep, it'll come out the end, and it'll batch it in 25s or whatever we'd like to shrink wrap it in or whatever. Yep, it'll do all that. Then we look at it, we double check this, make sure it's with the proof. Right. Yep, make sure everything's good with the proof, everything's good. And again, with the scores in it, you can see the quality difference. Looks wonderful. Lays flat, beautiful product.
All right, well, we got an amazing looking brochure now.
Right.
So now all it's left to do is package up and get it delivered, right?
Correct. 9 times out of 10, if a customer doesn't want it shrink wrapped, we'll shrink wrap it for quality shipping. So it helps protect the product when the customer gets it. If the customer wants it 25s, 50s, whatever, that's what we'll batch it in, but then we'll wrap it to help protect it during shipping.
Okay, that makes sense.
It's just an extra feature that we always do, and we've learned over years that for quality, it just helps. When the customer gets it, they take it out of the package, everything looks nice.
Shipping now, right? It's pretty straightforward, but this is the last step to make sure everything's correct.
That is correct. Yep, we're going to ensure that the quantity in the box is what is being given to the customer. Customer can either pick it up, they can have it delivered UPS, FedEx.
For this situation, though, I'm going to take it back to the customer personally.
Great.
Welcome back.
Hey, told you it wouldn't take long. Check this out. This is pretty cool.
I loved seeing how you made this at the plant. It was really neat watching all the steps to create this and how it turned out. You did a great job.
I know, and it turned out great. Another thing that you can find in your suitcase is this handy tool right here. Inside this little book is all different paper stocks that you can use for your next marketing print project. Just pull it out of your desk and figure out what paper you want to use for your next brochure. Keep it handy because it's a really nice tool.
Hey, John, do you know what the answer was to our last trivia question of when was the printing press and who invented it?
I don't remember, actually.
Well, it was Johannes Gutenberg in the year 1440.
Never met him.
Me neither. We just want to hopefully inspire all of you. With all of these products, hopefully you enjoyed your yummy popcorn with a label that you could customize. Your hat, the pens, the Post-its, fidget toys. We just hope that through all of this, you've been inspired, that maybe on your next event, you'll create something inspiring. You're going to have to cut and paste.
And I just want to thank all of you for listening and viewing into this event. Each year we try to put on something that will give you as a customer new ideas. And last year we had our trade show and we appreciate all you came to that. This year we want to do something where you could all just attend virtually. And then look forward to next year. We'll be doing our trade show again. And we'll have a lot of our new providers and suppliers and new ideas for you. And I just wanted to say thanks for viewing, and we really appreciate all of you.
Your logo everywhere it matters. On things that last, not things that scatter. Proforma brings your brand to life for every need, for every time.